This is Eagle Al, and let's get straight into it, man. AJ Brown, it's back on Twitter, man. You know I gotta get them screenshots when he's back on Twitter, because you never know if it's gonna get deleted or not. So I just had to get the tweets, man. So AJ Brown addressed the rivalry is weird, comments he made yesterday. He typically goes in on the rivalry like, I don't care about it. It is what it is. And he finally addressed it, which I agree with him. I'm gonna read it. He really didn't have to address it because he always gonna give 100% on the field. If it's the Cowboys, if it's the Chiefs, if it's the Jets, if it's the Browns, if it's his former team, he's always gonna give his 100% on the field. So he decided to address it, and I'm gonna go ahead and read it. I am reading it off my laptop, so sorry if I mess up on some words. I promise you I can read, but my eyes are semi bad. But we're going to get into it. So AJ Brown said, and look, I screenshotted this 6 minutes ago. Something I will address real quick. I know I don't have to, but I am. I don't get caught up in rivalries because that leaves room for emotion. I play at the highest level, and the only thing on my mind is dominating. I like that. Not talking, but dominating. So I do my job and go home, get ready to do it again. I don't care about the rivalry, but I do care about wins and losses. I went to Ole Miss, and I was born and raised in Starksville. We focus on tasks, not rivalries, not emotions, but simply dominating. Hey, I'm with that. I am with that for sure. And people might take this as a dig at Prescott, but there's a reason why Dak Prescott will have one of his best games. When I say his best games against the Eagles. People bring it up in our face. He's 8-3 against the Eagles. That is a fact. But when he get into those playoffs, when he play other teams, he simply falls short. You shouldn't just worry about the NFC East and the Eagles all the time. I think vice versa. Eagles shouldn't just worry about the Cowboys and the NFC East all the time. You got to beat other teams to get to the promised land. Dak Prescott had one hell of a game against a division rival. He had played like Chiefs or something, Browns, 49ers, and just like where was that magic? I think he get too emotionally involved in the NFC East games and then falls off when it's just a NFC game or an AFC game or a team we really don't have a rivalry with. So I like that he said this because I don't care who it is. If it's the Cowboys, if it's the Saints, I'm going to go berserk. I don't care who it is. I just want to dominate the game. I just want to go off. I don't care about the rivalry. But when you emotionally involved in the rivalry, because we fans, we can do that. But when the players get too emotionally involved like that, it typically can affect that game positively or negatively. Or they could look at, oh, we beat the Giants this year. This is our Super Bowl. Yay, we celebrate. Not knowing we got another game and lose that game because we was too emotionally invested in the rivalry game. I think Nick Sirianni learned his lesson his first year when he had the Eagles beat Dallas shirt. He was too emotionally involved. Don't get too emotionally involved in these games. No matter who it is, just knock them off. And I feel AJ Brown on that. I totally agree with him with that. Also, I want to talk about AJ Brown. This last tweet, I will go ahead and read. Deebo Samuel, we know he been on social media crying still about the Eagles. We only had 10 players. James Bradbury's trash. All this and all that, what Deebo been saying. I want to get the Eagles. And this is what AJ Brown had to say about Deebo Samuel, because I believe they cool off the field. Deebo troll, y'all. I mean, if he is a troll, he's picking the right fan base to troll with, because we're going to respond every time. We're going to attack him every single time. He said he don't care. He just wanted to stir something up, basically, or stir everyone up, according to what the tweet said. Hey, he got what he wanted. He definitely got what he wanted, man. I can't wait to see them, and definitely how the schedule lay out. I really can't wait to see these guys. No excuses, no excuses. I think personally, Sam Darnold might be their quarterback. And you don't want to talk that much junk with Sam Darnold back there, man. I'm telling you, you don't want to do that. Depending on how early we play. When we played him early, I don't think Brock Purdy will be ready. My personal opinion, I think he's going to be ready like mid-season, closer to the end of the season, depending on how the 49ers are doing. With Sam Darnold, that determines if he comes back or not. But if a Sam Darnold versus Jalen Hurts battle, I think Deebo should just, be a little quiet about that. That's my opinion, man. That's just my opinion. But hey, man, what do you think and how do you feel, man, about what AJ Brown dressing the rivalry? We all know AJ Brown don't care about the NFC East rivalry, the Cowboys Eagles rivalry, Eagles Giants, Eagles Washington. He just don't care. He just want to ball and win. And as a fan, I can respect that. But just to hear him say it's weird, don't like it does sting a bit because we fans, we emotionally involved in these. But when you look at it from the player's view or a broader view, you want to just win every game. Like, you don't care. Cardinals, Rams, who we really don't have a rival. I keep using them as an example. The Browns, like, you just want to knock teams off. Like, we don't have a rivalry with the Chiefs, really. We want to knock them off. It's slowly becoming a rivalry, but you just want to knock teams off with the Eagles and Chiefs. But this is Eagle Al, man. I'm up.